if I've spent $20 on ads in 9 days, how long should I keep them on for before I turn them off? So typically what I'd recommend is if a product, look at it product by product basis. Don't look at it store by store basis. So if a product has spent $3, that's when you should optimize it. And if it has, $3 in spend, less than a 1% CTR, turn it off. More than, so let's say I spent $3 and it's got 1.2% CTR, you leave it on. And then when it's spent $12 to $15, you analyze it. If it doesn't have a sale, I typically turn it off. But you can kind of change it around like this, you know? Would you leave an account untouched for 7 days after first warming? I don't leave it untouched. I do things on that, but yeah. How much dollars do you need for Facebook, Instagram ads if you want to branch out your products onto your own Shopify store? Bro, honestly, if you set up the Shopify store correctly, you do the ads correctly, our product will be a winner if you spent $50, right? All of my big winners from Facebook and Instagram advertising, meta ads, $20, I've got a sale. And I know it's going to work from the first $20, right? And then obviously I can come back and change it. Unless I'm making drastic changes, max $50. Like even I'm saying $50, but like it's truly just $20 fucking dollars, okay? Let's say you find a niche that seems interesting, but the shops doing the niche doesn't have a lot of sales, like 300 to 500 total. Is it worth going to the niche or is it too dead? Good question, actually. I mean, are those 300 to 500 sales recent or are they super old, right? Look at the kind of reviews and then base it on that. That's what I would say. Yo, Craig, how would you go about harassing a customer after a review for a review after a sale? So I don't really go about harassing. I just try and focus on getting more sales. That typically leads to more reviews. But what I would say is the best way to do it is just to do a follow-up after you see the trackings arrived. Just send them a nice message saying we're a small business. We'd really appreciate your feedback, and give them the link. So it's the etsy.com/purchases, like the purchases section. That's where you review the item. So if you give them a link to there, make it as easy as possible for them, then do a couple follow-ups. But at the end of the day, most people don't give a fuck, right? If they've had a positive experience, they're not going to give a fuck. If they've had a negative experience, then they're going to fucking put a bad fucking review.